keeps falling where your shadow used to lie. Every drop of memory I can't deny. The photographs are fading, the colors turn to gray, but I still see your smile in the light of yesterday. Oh, echoes of goodbye still haunt these halls of mine. Your voice, a ghost I can't leave behind. Love was fire, now it's smoke in the sky, and I'm learning to breathe through the echoes of goodbye. The clock keeps ticking, but time has lost its name. Every song reminds me and nothing sounds the same. I walk through empty streets where your laughter used to stay. The silence screams louder than words could ever say. Oh, echoes of goodbye still haunt these halls of mine. Your voice, a ghost I can't leave behind. Love was fire, now it's smoke in the sky, and I'm learning to breathe through the echoes of I still wear your memory like a scar across my soul. It hurts, but it tells me I was once whole. If love's a river, then I've drowned in its tide, still reaching for the light on the other side. Oh, echoes of goodbye still whisper your name. I'm chasing the shadow, but it's never the same. Love was forever, that was the lie. Now I live in the sound of your echoes of goodbye. Of goodbye. I'm the just stand there. My voice breaks like a mirror skin when I begin, and it ends again. You're the light I never touch, too beautiful, too much. I'm the echo, you're the sound. You lift, I'm underground. I watch you shine, I disappear. You're the noise I'll never hear. Maybe I was made to fade, to make your brightness stay. Maybe being seen was never meant my way. You're the light I never touch, still I burn too much. I'm the shadow in your glow, learning how to let you go. If I vanish when you smile, at least I lived a little while. The night remembers what I forget. Your shadow lingers, my heart regrets. The vinyl spins our favorite tune, but silence fills the empty room. I light a match to fading dreams and watch them burn in silver beams. Echoes of yesterday, they keep calling my name. Through the wind, through the rain, it all sounds the same. I'm reaching for something that's slipping away, lost in the echoes of yesterday. The street light hum, that old refrain, a ghostly song beneath my pain. You left a page but won't let go. It haunts the chords my fingers know. The whiskey's warm, but not enough to drown a love that still feels tough. Echoes of yesterday, they keep calling my name. Through the wind, through the rain, it all sounds the same. I'm reaching for something that's slipping away, lost in the echoes of yesterday. If time could heal, I'd still pretend a song I still play. And though the record spins in gray, I'm still lost in the echo. The echoes of yesterday. The city hums, the daylight fades, another dream slips through the haze. A light of smoke, the echoes start, your voice still hiding in my heart. You never said the words out loud, but silence spoke beneath the crowd. And every time I lose my way, you pull the dark from yesterday. 'Cause you're the quiet in the noise, the reason in my fall. You're not the fire, you're the wall that holds me through it all. When everything feels gone, you're where I still belong. I've seen the lights, I've chased the thrill, but none of it could make me still. You stand there calm, the storm around, and somehow I am safe and sound. The world keeps turning harsh and loud, but you don't need to stand out proud. You just exist, and that's enough to make this broken life feel tough. 'Cause you're the quiet in the noise, the reason in my fall. You're not the fire, you're the wall that holds me through it all. When everything feels gone, you're where I still belong. And if I fall again someday, would you still find me in the rain? Not as a hero, just the same, a shadow whispering my name. 'Cause you're the quiet in the noise, the reason when I'm wrong. You're not the flame that burns too strong, you're the place my heart leans on. When everything feels gone, I still belong.
Dust on the amps, the cables still twist. Old stickers fade where our names once kissed. Echoes hum where laughter burned. Now it's just silence, lessons unlearned. Whoa, in the garage we were kings for a night. Broken strings and cheap neon light. No one cared if the world would hear. Just noise and you and a can of beer. Neighbors yell, we played too loud, but it felt like flying above the crowd. Now the drums sleep under the rain. I'd trade this quiet for noise again. Whoa, in the garage we were gods in disguise, screaming truth through feedback lies. Didn't need fame, didn't need plans, just for fools and our blistered hands. Now I drive past that old gray door, still hear your laugh like before. If freedom had a sound, I swear it's this: a broken chord, a moment's bliss. Whoa, in the garage we were sparks in the dark, burned so bright then lost our mark. The world moved on, but I still see that perfect chaos still loud in me.
Didn't notice when it started, just a quiet warmth I couldn't name. You were standing in the doorway, and the world didn't feel the same. Every moment felt like breathing for the very first time again. But the miles grew slowly wider between strangers who once felt like friends. And I'm holding on to pieces of the days that slipped away, wishing time would learn to listen slow. Its heartbeat learn to stay. If the world keeps turning faster, will you still be next to me? 'Cause you feel just like a home where I can finally let myself be. We were dancing in the silence, laughing at the things we feared. Every touch felt like a promise that the quiet made clear. But the nights grew colder lately, and the echoes linger long. Still I hear your voice reminding me where broken hearts belong. And I'm holding on to pieces of the days that slipped away, wishing time would learn to listen slow. Its heartbeat learn to stay. If the world keeps turning faster, will you still be next to me? 'Cause you feel just like a home where I can finally let myself be. If the morning takes you from me, if the daylight pulls you through, I'll be standing in the doorway just to find my way to you. And the fear of losing everything still shakes me to the bone. But the love I found inside you feels like something carved in stone. So I'm holding on to pieces, but they're brighter than before. Even if the world keeps rushing, I won't close that open door. If tomorrow falls to shadows, promise you'll remember me. 'Cause you're still the quiet shelter where my restless heart can We drove through the quiet streets in midnight, old headlights flickering like they might fade. Your laugh spilled out the window with the summer wind, and every broken rule felt like a promise we made. We were small in a world too wide to measure, but somehow those nights made everything feel real. And I still hear the echoes of the songs we swore would never end. We were chasing something shapeless, but we thought it made us brave back then. Now the city keeps on just like a flame. We talked about futures like they were distant storms, rolling in slow across the empty sky. You said someday we'd outrun whatever found us, but someday came too quickly and we didn't even try. Still I keep that map you drew in my glove box, even though every road has changed, and I still hear the echoes of the songs we swore would never end. We were chasing something shapeless, but we thought it made us brave back then. Now the city keeps on shining, but it's not the same without your name. All we had were borrowed moments, but they burn just like a flame. Maybe youth was just a long wild detour, a place we pass but never stay. But I'd give anything to drive those miles again, hear your voice cutting through the radio waves. And still I hear the echoes of the nights that held us in their hands. We were lost, but we were fearless, believing life could shift at our command. Now I'm older, but I'm haunted by the spark we couldn't save. All we had were fleeting moments, but they shaped us all the same.
If you felt the way I sing, if you walked inside my memories, would your walls begin to shrink? I'm not reaching for your answers, I'm just learning how to breathe. And the past won't drag me under while I'm fighting to be free. City glows like painted skin, cold neon smiles that never been. Footsteps echo on hollow ground. Every word feels staged, rehearsed, rewound. I see reflections with stranger eyes, paper faces drifting by. I'm slipping through the seams they hide, like I'm waking in a world that's been simplified. Blackened sky, won't you tear this veil apart? Wash the dust off this mechanical heart. If the darkness comes, let it swallow the sun. 'Cause I'm tired of the truth dressed up as anyone. People moving like borrowed forms, plastic laughter bending norms. Every promise sounds pre-designed, every hope a shadow left behind. And when the silence starts to crawl up the edges of these crumbling walls, I feel the surface finally break, like a quiet purge of everything fake. Blackened sky, won't you tear this veil apart? Wash the dust off this mechanical heart. If the darkness comes, let it swallow the sun. 'Cause I'm tired of the truth dressed up as anyone. Maybe the end is the start I need, a world stripped of its hallowed sheen. Let the masks fall dead in the quiet air. Let the real remain, even if it's bare.
I've been walking through the echoes where your shadow used to fall. Every corner feels familiar, every heartbeat feels too small. I keep searching for the reasons why you slipped out of the frame, but the silence in your leaving is the only thing that stayed. And I'm still clawing out the questions that you buried in the night. All the footprints that you left me fade before they reach the light. Tell me, was I ever something more than passing through your hands? 'Cause I'm standing in the wreckage, trying hard to understand. I replay the broken moments like a film that never ends. All the places we once wandered, don't remember we were friends. I've tried filling up the spaces with the noise of different days, but your absence paints the quiet in 1,000 honest ways. And I'm still clawing at the questions that you buried in the night. All the footprints that you left me fade before they reach the light. Tell me, was I ever something more than passing through your hands? 'Cause I'm standing in the wreckage, trying hard to understand. Maybe some loves aren't meant to circle back around. Maybe losing you was how I finally could be found. And though your ghost still lingers like dust beneath my skin, I'm learning how to breathe again without letting you back in. I'm done clawing at the questions that you left without a sound. All the footprints in my memory aren't the ones that hold me down. No, I don't need all the answers to the things I'll never know. I'm just walking from the ashes, finally letting go. Cracks on the windows and dust in the air. Sirens keep screaming like nobody cares. Silent streets echo with footsteps of fear. Faces turned hollow from holding back tears. A child by the doorway holds on to a toy, broken and battered like the loss of his joy. He doesn't know history, politics or blame, just wonders why people don't come back the same. And how many lives must fade away before we learn to I've been carrying quiet thunder in my chest, letters never written, words I second guess. You were always somewhere just beyond my reach, a silhouette of meaning I could never fully read. Every time I move, the ground shifts underneath, and I'm left chasing echoes of something I can't speak. Am I losing myself in the spaces between us, in the half-lit rooms where my doubts keep growing? I'm holding a truth that I can't bear to mention. If I said it out loud, would it sound like nothing? Tell me, am I the only one who feels this burning? Or am I just learning how to fall alone? Your eyes linger longer than you ever say, but maybe I'm inventing signals that fade away. I keep waiting for a sign to steady me, a fragile confirmation, a flicker I can believe. But the harder I look, the more I come undone, a passenger stranded in a journey never begun. Am I losing myself in the spaces between us, in the half-lit rooms where my doubts keep growing? I'm holding a truth that I can't bear to mention. If I said it out loud, would it sound like nothing? Tell me, am I the only one who feels this burning? Or am I just learning how to fall alone? Maybe not every feeling is meant for daylight. Maybe some confessions only make the world smaller. I've rehearsed my courage in 1,000 quiet midnights, but every version breaks before it reaches the border. Am I losing myself in the spaces between us, or finally seeing what was never forming? I'm letting go of the truth I kept like a secret. It was mine alone, but I'm done ignoring it. If I'm meant to burn, let it be for healing. I'm learning the freedom of falling alone. I wake up tangled in the noise inside my head, like every thought is trying to drag me out of bed. I crack a joke so no one sees I'm burning out, smile like a saint, but I'm a riot full of doubt. I tell my friends I'm fine, yeah man I'm doing great, but my brain's a TV static I can't regulate. I try to breathe but every inhale's a mistake, feels like I'm balancing on lines that always break. Cause I'm a runaway train with no delay, spinning out on the tracks in the dumbest way, trying to calm down but the panic hits the gas, laughing at myself as the moments crash. If crazy is a ride, guess I'm front row straps. Yeah, I'm falling apart, but I bounce right back. The world's too loud, or maybe I'm just way too small. Every little thing becomes a landslide waterfall. I talk it out but somehow end up talking more, chasing my tail like I've been here before. My heartbeat's drumming like it's staging a revolt. I swear my mind's conducting storms it didn't vote, but on the days I'm not collapsing in my skin, I feel the sun and think, hey maybe I can win. Cause I'm a runaway train with no delay, spinning out on the tracks in the dumbest way, trying to calm down but the panic hits the gas, laughing at myself as the moments crash. If crazy is a ride, guess
freight train with no delay, still spinning out on the tracks in my own weird way. But I'm learning how to ride when the panic hits the gas, learning how to breathe when the moments crash. If Messi is alive, guess I'm built for that. Yeah, I'm falling apart, but I crawl right back. And maybe this time I'll stay on
I walk in with my mismatched jacket, shoelace trailing, yeah, I won't fix it. People stare like I'm some strange exhibit, but you just laugh and say, don't change it. You tap my shoulder, say you're kinda rad, even when the world thinks I'm just a fad. And suddenly the noise don't feel so bad. Guess you're the best thing I've ever had. 'Cause with you I'm not a punchline, I'm a headline in my own mind. You make my weird feel just right, shining like a neon street light. And when the world tries bringing me down, you spin me round, you turn it around. Yeah, with you I finally see being myself is a victory. I talk too fast and trip on every sentence. You grin like it's my superpowered essence. We share inside jokes nobody else gets. A tiny universe with no regrets. When they roll their eyes as we walk past, we laugh loud and make the moment last. The world can judge but we're moving fast. Two oddballs living loud and unapologetic at last. 'Cause with you I'm not a punchline, I'm a headline in my own mind. You make my weird feel just right, shining like a neon street light. And when the world tries bringing me down, you spin me round, you turn it around. Yeah, with you I finally see being myself is a victory. Let them point, let them whisper, we'll just laugh a little bigger. Every flaw feels like glitter when you're standing here with me. I'm a spotlight in the nighttime. You make my weird feel sublime, like the world just hit rewind. And when the noise starts crashing in, you pull me close, I breathe again. Yeah, with you I finally see being myself was always meant to be.
They used to know my name, neon echoes, but they don't feel the same. Faces pass me like a river running cold. I keep moving, though I'm feeling old. The shadows stretch across the memory in my mind. Every corner holds a piece I left behind. I drift through alleys some just learn to lie. I'm walking circles through the city of my youth, searching for something that sounds like truth. Streetlight halos bend around my shaking hands. Every heartbeat feels like sinking in the sand. Still I wonder where the quiet feels sincere when no one speaks, but everything is clear. 'Cause under the bridge of my breaking heart, I face the pieces torn apart. I'm standing still in a world that moves too fast, trying to breathe through the weight of my past. If I'm alone, at least I'm standing. If I'm lost, I'm still demanding a little strength to find who I used to be. Somewhere under this bridge in me. Maybe I'm scarred, but I'm still breathing. Maybe I'm cracked, but I'm not leaving. And if the night keeps falling down on me, I'll rise again beneath the concrete sea. So under the bridge